Hey folks, how you doing? We recorded the show last week, and for anyone that doesn't know, we usually record the show on Friday night. It goes out on Phoenix FM on Tuesday, and then it goes up elsewhere Wednesday or Thursday. I'm going to put the show out early this week because we actually talked about this. Obviously we recorded before SmackDown happens, and we were like, look, there's absolutely no appetite for Cody Rhodes in the main event or holding the belt. And there were different... Look, and again, you guys listen to the show, you know what stories. I'm not a fan of Cody. I'm really not. But it's not because I personally dislike the guy. It's because he's just so incredibly boring. We've seen his title run. It was not much. He finished the story, which was one of the most ridiculous thing that I have ever heard someone run on was finish the story, because there's nowhere for him to go. You finished your story. It's time to leave. And I knew when WrestleMania 40 was over and we were leaving the store, and they had a continue the story t-shirt, and that should have been like the warning there for most people. Once I saw that, I was like, okay, this guy is going to be a pain in the ass for a long period of time. And I was alone there. A lot of people were like, okay, cheering him, and I was the only one who would actively boo Cody. And then something happened about 6 months ago. They were like, look, they finally realized that he needs to be, we need something else. It's just not working. He needs to be replaced at the top of the card. And I've never seen such a groundswell of reaction for someone as I did for Drew McIntyre when he won. People were genuinely ecstatic because we're like, finally, we'll get someone in the main event of WrestleMania who isn't boring, who actually deserves it, who people want to see as a champion. Go in, win, lose, or draw. Drew McIntyre was your choice. And look, the fear of Cody winning was this exact thing. Saw this on Facebook, and that's what made me make this video. It's from WWE Heel Yard. The video of Cody Rhodes winning the Undisputed title on last night's SmackDown currently has far more dislikes than likes on WWE's YouTube channel. 16,000 likes now, has gone up a little bit, but 50,000 plus and counting. So it's even more. It's now WWE's most disliked video of the year. And look, a couple of years ago, people would have been a bit more forgiving of this, but you go over and have a look at this video, and I will link it in the description below. Like, the comments are all just horrific. And there, look, first comment there from Nick is goated. This guy finished the story 2 years ago, by the way. That's literally my point. There is no reason for Cody Rhodes to have the world title now. There's no reason for Cody Rhodes to be there, period. The character is over. He finished the story. It is stupid nonsense. It actively makes no sense. Stardust was great. Dashing Cody was great. Damage Cody was great. All that stuff at least made some sort of sense. Yes, Stardust had a ceiling, but still, this has more of a ceiling. Why is Cody Rhodes challenging in the first place for a title? Why is he holding it when he finished the story 2 years ago? What are you doing? It's just ridiculous. And look, Ruthless Depression is really good. They made him a champion, three-time champion of nowhere. That's true. There was no real build for this. It's now gone up to 75,000 dislikes, or 74,000 dislikes. It's probably up now to 75. It's awful. It's awful. Awful, awful, awful. And the comments just keep going. You can go through these as much as you are. And look, I'm a huge Triple H fan. I really have tried to give him the benefit of the doubt here, being the being the head of creative or whatever for WWE. But if this is what we're getting, if this is your world champion here, if this is what those comments end up being, what's the point? Going into WrestleMania season now, it's just boring. I'm sorry. It's we said it on the show last night. It's one of the single most boring WrestleManias I can ever think of, because no one cares. I actively won't be watching this match. I said on the show last night, I thought he was going to win at Elimination Chamber. I just stopped watching. He's active go away heat with me, and you know what? It's cool that a lot of people now are of the same mindset where it's like there's no reason to watch him. He doesn't give you any. They made the face of the company without any story because he finished it. It's so silly. It would be different if, he had a lost and he was still trying to go, and, before he retired, he eventually won the big one. Yeah, you know what? That makes sense. You can get behind that. You can be like, right, yeah, he deserved to win the big one, but he's already won it. We saw what a Cody Rhodes title run was. Boring as hell. Okay matches with nothing behind them. Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. It will not be a good match, I guarantee it. And this comes back to the rumor that we've heard that, Drew was going to go against the Fatu, and that was going to be the big match for Drew McIntyre. Oh, it's so bleak, folks. It really is. Then yeah, look, night with WrestleMania. If you're going to it, good luck, because I won't be watching that main event. I just can't. It's just boring. He's going to win, and then nothing's going to happen, and then Roman will win night 2, and nothing will happen, and then you'll end up with just this boring bland card. Someone made a good point on the comments here, and I would encourage you to go over and check it out. The past 3 WrestleManias have had the same 4 guys involved in them. About 4 WrestleManias at this point. It's just not good enough. The Vince era WWE had a lot of this stuff, and we were kind of hoping that it would change. In a lot of ways, it's got worse. A lot of ways it's better, but the creative bankruptcy of WWE is systemic at this point. And it has been. Like, I don't understand people who go on YouTube or whatever and like, oh, it's better than Vince. It was not. But this isn't better either. It's the same. It's the same creative bankruptcy, but without any of the top stars to hide it. Undertaker might show up. Okay, great. Who cares? Austin might show up. Doubtful, but what's he going to really do? The Rock shows up. We already know that only works for a bit of time because he won't come back. Triple H can't wrestle because he'll die. Literally. Cena's not coming back. AJ Styles is gone. They've written themselves in the corner here. Drew McIntyre made more sense. People were actively loving his work the past 2 years and happy to see him not only hold the title but go into WrestleMania with a crowd. Cody Rhodes has robbed us of that. There's a very high possibility here at this that at WrestleMania Cody will be booed. And then what do? You have to give the win to Randy Orton, because then you're going to end up with a WrestleMania with booing. And not because someone turned heel, just they don't want Cody Rhodes. And look, I'll end on this. The man started his own company, couldn't get over in his own company because of stuff like this, and had to leave. It's the same nonsense. Cody Rhodes is while kids might like him and he, whatever, that's great. But at the same time, eventually that gets boring too. With Cena, there was some kind of nuance. I'm not during the Super Cena thing, but he would at least have some kind of, I hate to say it, but some kind of story, some kind of reason for what he's doing. There is literally nothing for fans who aren't children to connect to with Cody Rhodes. It's like, yeah, okay, he's a good guy, great. What, you've already told us that the story's ended. It's just so silly. And I'm disgusted seeing this. I really am. But yeah, I couldn't wait for next week's show. I will post this week's show early so you guys can check it out. If it's your first time checking us out, please do like, share, and subscribe. Leave your comments as well. Are you as annoyed by this as I am? I will talk about it more on Friday. But thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one.